I'm Sanjay.
I'm Uma.
Basically, when we secured a lot in Akuna Vista, we were hunting, and I came across one of my previous colleague, a friend, Ishan, who lives in Halifax Street. So he built with Manko. He referred me to Naisar and Mayur, and he gave good reviews about them. So that's when the actual journey started, to and fro conversations and all that. But yeah, it took almost 2 years. It obviously, we were a bit anxious about how are we going to set our budget, and we're talking about in 2020, when even COVID it's not on the peak, which means the construction prices, everything hadn't gone up. So Naisar and Mayu, they used to show us all the houses around to give us some options, so that because we were finding it very hard to come up with the final facade and all the design aspects of it, and Uma took a prime role in actually selecting specific requirements and confirming that this is exactly what we need.
We did a lot of research, lot of work there to finalize what facade we want, what design we would like to go with, and definitely Manko has helped us. Because when you go and view few houses, they look very fancy, but if it really possible within our lot size and all, they initially helped us a lot.
Yeah, so yeah, she got it right now. So basically, after seeing the options and then evaluating our lot, our frontage, our length, Manko, especially Naisar and Mayur, and then one of the architects who used to work with them, they all helped us giving a practical options. Is what is practical, not just from the aesthetic point of view, because everything looks good, but how are we going to be able to sustain it on the longer run? Those were the key points for us to consider, and so Naisar and Mayur, they helped us showing up some real actions, because they can give all the ideas, but we can't visualize everything, especially when it's a first home. So for every option they used to talk, they used to show us various of the existing houses they're building, Marsden Park and Schofield. That gave us some clarity. Good thing is, like Uma already had a very good clarity of thought, what exactly she needs, like what kind of pantry she needs, how big should be dining. We wanted bigger, but obviously this is the biggest we could have gone practically in this kind of lot. So that's how it all started, and so we almost spent 4 to 6 months just for coming to a concluded design before even going for approval to council.
Credit goes to Sanjay. He particularly liked this kind of facade because it's unique. When we see a lot of houses in Akuna Vista, none of the facades are like this. So he did a lot of research, and then architect help us whatever we want, if it is possible or not, what can be achieved with that Hampton style. So Sanjay can answer this question. He is primary.
Yeah, thanks for that. So yeah, this is Hampton's facade, right? So when we started looking and we were roaming around, we literally used to drive through every street in Akuna Vista and nearby to just get an idea what kind of facades can really fit in 10-meter lots. And I had some kind of affinity towards this kind of hut-shaped Hampton's colors, and even the colors, if you see, we went with very neutral colors, which don't get bored, right? So the same principle we wanted to apply for design, which should be long lasting and you don't feel outdated with time. So Hamptons has stand a test of time, right? Hamptons is basically come from US, where there is one suburb called Hamptons, which was built like in 70s or something, and still people are following that style because it's like eternal kind of design. So that was one of the reasons, and obviously it makes me feel good when I see those kind of facades. So that's how we ended up with this one. Actually, everything, that's a good question. Everything is so that's one of the primary reasons why we had to go with a custom builder, because when we started, we initially went with all these public home builders. The problem was that they always have a templates that they want to build, and obviously you won't like everything in a template, and we were always like asking, can we alter this, can we alter that? And for every alterations they used to say like, this will cost you 15 grand, that will cost you 35 grand. You won't believe, for this monostringer staircase, I went to one of the public home builders, and I wanted that was also same thing, to make it lightweight and make the look small space larger because of that freeness. And they were literally saying me it will cost me 32 grand just for that staircase, on top of whatever prices they were giving. So that's when we knew that whatever we are aiming for is not going to be possible with public home project home builders, and that's where Manko came into the picture. So So yeah, that's how it is.
Everything almost, whatever we want, so we were able to achieve because it's custom building. So yeah, as Sanjay said, when we go to normal existing
Project
builders,
yeah.
so they have some template. If you want anything additional, it's too much expensive. They're saying it is not possible. For example, balcony, we want compulsory balcony. Most of the builders said it's not possible. That's one thing. And whatever reviews we get from all our friends who went with Manko, they said they are best with customizations with minimal cost, which is in our budget. That's also primary reasons why we choose Manko. The main thing here is we both have very clear picture. We did lot of work, every single detail thing. That's the reason we didn't do lot and back and forth, because as you know, so many people, they want something, when after that they want something else. So we don't have that kind of.
She basically means that
things.
Once you approve on something to be done, and once on the side you realize, oh no, this is not exactly what I was hoping for, I want to change it at this point. That didn't happen fortunately with us, because we were pretty clear this is exactly what we want, and we did not ask for any changes. So that made it easier from our point of view for the Manko. But when you talk about hiccups, obviously I think we went through that last 2 years have been crazy time with COVID and all that. And obviously our first home, we had put our all hard money into this, and we were living in a single bed unit with one kid, and then second kid came on the way 4 months ago. So it was a little stressful, because the build time took almost slightly more than 1 year. Our expectations was always it should not be taking 7 to 8 months, but that is in the ideal time. That's provided it's ideal time. A lot happened. So many lockdowns happened, the material shortages happened, labor shortages happened. We went through all of that from the start. I would say I would give a really good credit to Manko here, that the way they have managed all the projects, that they were able to go through the tough phase without getting closed in the business, but still able to run the project. So that's something they have done really good.